Welcome into the Fanspeak Network. This is Degen Dads, and I am your host, Justin Bruni. Joining me, as always, is my co-host and partner, Mr. Andrew, the TD King. Rob, happy Friday, sir. We've made it to week 9. Another NFL set of teams are on bye, but we're still here doing our thing, profiting for the people. As I mentioned earlier on the Twitter machine, Black Friday right around the corner. Guys, you got to get in here. Got to get your friends in here. We've got all the fun coupons. We've got all of them for you. Let's go. We've got winners. We're printing tickets. Andrew, how we doing?
Good, brother. Good. Friday's always a great day. Can't wait to get into the picks here, props, anytime TDs, you name it, we got it. Have been really just printing money off for people, man. I mean, if we go back and look at our record, I mean, we are way in the positive this year so far. So it's been pretty amazing. And this week, when I was looking at all the lines, all the props, the books were really speaking to me this week. So feel very good about the bets this weekend.
Love that. Love that. Love the excitement. Love the excitement. We were also both very excited about DJ Moore last week. Ouch. Ouch.
Speak to it. Speak to it. Hail.
Please. Please. Give me some Darius Slayton props.
Some people say it may be a Hail Mary. Hashtag raise hail, baby.
Jesus.
Raise hail and praise Dale.
Earnhardt?
Yeah. Dale Jr. is a Washington fan, so, it works.
Oh, okay.
Plus, he was at the game, so.
But was, Dale a football fan? I don't know. He doesn't seem like a guy to be a football fan.
I don't know. We can't ask him, so. Oh, damn. Did that joke crash? Oh, geez. Again? Not too soon?
Yikes. That was good.
I mean, RIP.
Smash the like button for witty dad jokes. Sometimes dark, sometimes light. Andrew, let's dive into it. Smash the like button, share the video, follow the Fanspeak Network. You can find us on the Twitters at ARob23, at BestBallBruni. Any free picks that you want to get after the show, dive into the DMs. We'll be here for you. But Andrew, take it away. What props are we starting off with here?
First up, and actually, I want to mention one that I've been watching for all day long, and they have not released it yet. These damn cowards. Is Evan Ingram receptions. I want to know what it's going to be. They still don't have them out. Just checked. I'm hoping it's 4.5. It's probably going to be 5.5 if I took a guess. Either way, probably will be betting it. I mean, they are depleted. Maybe no Brian Thomas Jr. Christian Kirk, not there, out for the season. I mean, they got Gabe Davis, but I'm not really sure who else they're going to pass the ball to. So Evan Ingram, Evan Ingram should see double-digit targets, I'm assuming, in this game. So when that comes out, people look for it. If it's 4.5, absolutely smash that. If it's 5.5, put a unit on it. Still feel good about that depending on the price. But for ones that are actually out, this is the first time I'm betting on the Washington Commanders in any fashion, way, shape, or form on this show. Terry McLaurin, over 61.5 receiving yards.
I'm fading it.
He's hit this 4 out of 8
You're
times.
not allowed to do it.
This is only clipping at a 50%, okay? But he had 22 yards the first time they played, but he had 8 targets. That was Jaden Daniels' second start in the National Football League. This is a different Commanders team now. 61.5, I feel, is probably a pretty light. The Giants, how they get beat is deep. They have been taking long shots to Terry McLaurin almost every game. They did it in the Bears game. I mean, 61.5, it just feels like he could potentially get that in 1 or 2 catches. But he had 8 targets last time. I don't see that coming down for him. They've been ramping him up pretty hardcore. So 61.5, it's minus 113. Feel pretty good about that one.
I don't hate it. I mean, he can definitely get it in a few plays. They've been looking at him downfield. It's a good matchup. But hey, it's also always a good matchup going up against the Commanders secondary. Didn't look like it through 3 quarters last week, but certainly did in the 4th quarter. So hey, Darius Slayton over 3.5 catches, plus money, plus 112 on the Blue app on FanDuel. Get after it, tackle it.
Not bad.
Any disagreement there?
No, I mean, they have been playing better.
Your defense.
Yeah, the secondary's been playing better, but I mean, that's how you really can move the ball on them, is by throwing it deep. Darius Slayton has gotten deep shots, so I'm fine with that. Also think you can take some Wan'Dale Robinson receptions. That feels good. Malik burned them last time. I mean, if you want to go back to that, I have no complaints there either. But yeah, I mean, secondary's been playing better, but I do feel like they're probably going to take some deep shots to a few of these guys.
All right. What else you got? I got quite a few again this week.
Yeah, I got a decent amount this week. Next one up for me, good old Captain Kirk, over 1.5 passing touchdowns, minus 156. Dude's just on a tear right now. If they can't get pressure on him, he can easily throw the ball downfield. Feel like this is another good matchup for them to be able to do so. Cowboys not very good, are very banged up right now in the secondary. And honestly, I mean, he's just wrecking house right now. I mean, it's at home. It's on on turf. So I mean, we're going to see plenty of track speed in this matchup, and just over 1.5 touchdowns. It feels good. Now it is again it's minus 156. So you are laying a little bit of juice, but that's what the books are telling you, right? Like they know this is probably going to happen. So lay that juice, feel good with it. If you want to pair it with like a Drake London touchdown or something, I think that's a perfect way to get yourself into plus money.
Drake London plus 115 to score a touchdown. I do like him to find the end zone this week. You have Trayvon Diggs doubtful to start. He's listed as questionable, but the most recent update that I saw, it looks like he's not going to play in week 9. So I definitely like the upside for the wide receiver 1 there. I'm only concerned because of how bad they are on the ground. They're tied for the 3rd most rushing touchdowns against. That's a little bit more concerning for me. But I think if they're giving you the minus 156, it's a little bit of a tell. Obviously, I don't want to get hurt too much with the minus 110, minus 114. So I'll follow it. I like it. I like the Falcons a lot this week. They keep getting these 2.5, 3-point spreads. I'm gonna, spoiler, gonna be all over them again this week to cover that 2.5. Andrew, check the tape. Check the tape, Andrew.
Check the tape.
The Buccaneers last week, Andrew, plus 2.5. Come on, Andrew, stop.
Hey, you gotta admit that they were in that game. You
I
probably
don't
didn't think that they were going to be in that game.
The Bears were in that game, weren't they? They were in that game, huh? Yeah, and then they weren't. And then they weren't.
And then they weren't.
And by the way, the Bears were covering the spread, no less. They were covering the 3.
Sure, yeah,
Criminal.
And then
exactly.
Your defense didn't know how to formulate and stop a Hail Mary.
Well, that's obviously that was pretty bad, pretty scathing. But back to the main point here. I believe the words were no. Andrew gave me my daughters. No.
It was close, man. It was close.
It was 5 points. They failed to cover the spread. Good teams win, Andrew. Great teams cover the spread. Let's go Falcons. Minus 2.5 this week. Early pick there to the spread picks.
Oh, man. I see that 3.
Okay, cool. Give me the minus 3. Give me a 7-point teaser. Give me a 10-point teaser.
What's your next prop?
Give me Saquon Barkley over 2.5 catches. That's paying plus money. If you don't like it because it's not a consistent hit, you can go after his receiving yards at 14.5, which he clears more frequently. The Jags are allowing the second most, receptions to running backs and the 3rd most receiving yards to running backs. I think this is a week where Barkley gets back included into the passing game. We're going to have Dallas Goedert out. 1-2 check down plays. He easily clears the yardage if again, not getting it in just 1 home run. And then the 2.5 again feels light for plus money. So I'm all over that. Recent numbers would suggest that he would hit the under. He hasn't hit over 2.5 in about, I think, 4 games. But I'm betting on it this week. Again, if you don't like the plus 112, you can take the even money on the reception yards. You can hit that one play, 14.5 receiving yards.
Nice. Going back to the well here with my next one, Cade Otton over 4.5. It's minus 150 right now. I feel like if you want to take this up to 7 or 8, completely fine with me. Spread out those units a little bit because, as we said last week, Baker's going to look to him. He's Baker's guy. I mean, no Evans, no Godwin. Insert Cade Otton. He got plenty of targets, got 2 touchdowns. I mean, this man was all over the field. Baker was looking at him, constantly. So 4.5 again. Until they raise this up, keep hitting the 4.5 at least. If you want to, like I said, go to 5.5, 6, 7, whatever you want. I do feel like it's probably going to be pretty good up to 8. But yeah, over 4.5, minus 150.
Plus 220 to score a touchdown, Cade Otton?
Let me verify that. That sounds correct, though. Let's see.
No, I love your picks. Last week again,
Plus 230. Yep.
yeah. So yeah, love those Kate Otten picks. Really just there on an island. We could as the season goes on, see some of these other guys like McMillan, Palmer, get involved. Even Sterling Shepard, we've seen him flash in a few games without Evans. Evans should still be back in at least another week or so. So keep that in mind. But in the meantime, yeah, keep running to the window for Kate Otten. Love the reception yards, and I do like him to find the end zone this week. Like Andrew said, plus 230. This week I've got Jonathan Taylor over 11.5 receiving yards. Opponents against who are they playing this week? The Colts, the Vikings.
Yes.
The Vikings have allowed this to hit in 5 out of 7 games to opposing running backs. So hitting fairly often. Feel like the number's pretty low for a passing quarterback coming in. I can just move right over to Michael Pittman, who I also like over 52.5 receiving yards. So like both of those to hit. We do have the pass-friendly QB coming in, more passing acumen. I think that really moves the needle for Pittman, Taylor, Downs in this game, and I'm really trying to get a little piece of all of them. So love Taylor over the 11.5. Again, the Vikings have allowed this in 5 of 7 games. They did stop Jordan Mason, who hasn't really been that PPR friendly. And whenever they played Minnesota, they stopped Minnesota from getting one. Everyone else, Mixon's got it twice. Devin Singletary, every other RB1 has hit it against them so far throughout the start of the season. And then Michael Pittman, he's 1-0 to the number with Joe Flacco. But more importantly, last year, he's 6-2 to the number with starts with Gardner Minshew. And I think that's where I'm just attacking this. Like the number last week was at 49 with the quote-unquote QB1 and Anthony Richardson, who's got a bomb of an arm, setting the market at 49 and only bumping it up 3 yards, switching over to Joe Flacco, who we saw them, instantly click with each other through his first start. I'm all over it here. Give me Michael Pittman over 52.5 receiving yards. Again, great matchup. Vikings allowing the 3rd most receiving yards to wide receivers. So I'm liking a lot of offense in this game. I like the game total. I like the over, and I'm attacking Pittman and Taylor for sure. And one more to come.
Fair enough. James Cook, over 64.5 rushing yards. He's hit this 4 out of the 8 games. So, a clipping at 50% here. But the Dolphins can definitely get ran on a little bit here. The last time that they played him, he had 78 yards on 11 carries.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like that's the same kind of game script. I mean, they won the game 31-10 last time. They could win this game by that exact same amount, and he can definitely get there to the 64.5. So shop around, because I did see on DK it was like 67.5, on FanDuel 64.5. So shop this line around. It feels like it's different at every book. And honestly, PSA, you should be shopping all your numbers. Honestly, if you have a few books, shop them all before you're putting your bets on. I mean, get the best number that you can, obviously. But James Cook over 64.5 rushing yards feels good.
Sneak peek to the anytime TD. My touchdown treasure chest week 9 pick, James Cook. Love that there. And yeah, Dolphins have just been a running funnel.
He's tied for 3rd right now in the NFL for touchdowns scored. He has 7.
Coming off of back-to-back weeks with touchdowns, 3 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. He's been a priority for them. So I feel like it's a pick that you can trust. You're seeing guys like Bijan get like minus 195, Derrick Henry getting minus 250. Like you said, he's right up there in the top 3, and he has a top 3 matchup up against the Dolphins, who are, I think they're either 3rd or tied for 2nd for most rushing touchdowns allowed. So great position, great odds. Love James Cook on the yards and the touchdown this week. Not getting too far off the Colts, we'll just take Joe Flacco over the 233.5 passing yards. Vikings allowing the 5th most pass yards against quarterbacks this season. They're losing Darisaw. I think that's actually going to pressure them to blitz even more. We've talked about this, about how they love to bring that pressure up front. Definitely a lot of upside to do that against a quarterback like Joe Flacco, which also lends to my Jonathan Taylor over on receiving yards pick. But regardless, I think he's going to be getting the ball out quick. You have guys like Josh Downs that can, break things open from underneath and up top. Michael Pittman, a huge possession receiver. So I think these guys are going to be getting to work early. Have you seen any Downs lines? Last time I looked, I've only saw Michael Pittman posted.
I thought they had it. Let me go in here and
Because
take it.
I'd like to get maybe Downs on a longest reception play this week.
They do have Downs line out. So line for receiving yards for Downs 63.5. Man, that's 13 more than Pittman.
Yeah,
Interesting.
they have Pittman at 51. It went
52.5.
Oh, 52.5. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
So yeah, if his line hasn't moved and they've added Downs, that's interesting to me because I was like, man, I'm going to share this pick tonight. By the time we start the show, it's probably going to be like 55 yards because it just doesn't make any sense to me.
They have him at 5.5 catches for the receptions, but they do not have the longest reception prop out yet for that.
Yeah, I'd like to hunt that down come game day. Give me a Josh Downs longest reception. What do you think? 12, 13.5 is fair?
Yeah, I think it's going to be more than that though. I think they're going to hang it at like 16.5.
I would still take 16.
Oh yeah, so would I. Yeah, I mean he's good for a long ball almost every game.
Yeah, so I love that. I love that play this week again. Give me the Colts, Pittman, Taylor, Flacco, Josh Downs. Going to be a lot of air yards in my opinion here.
Should be. Yeah, I mean that should be their game script if you're going to go attack Minnesota, pass the ball around. Next up for me, going back to the Bills and Dolphins game, give me Devon Achane over 36.5 receiving yards. He had 7 for 69 yards when they played in week 2. I'm not sure a whole lot has changed with their game plan against the Bills here. Obviously they want to go get Tyreek Hill involved as much as possible, but I mean, I think that they can rely on Devon Achane here to get them some yardage through the air. 36.5, I thought it was going to be more when I looked at what he had last time. And when I saw 36.5, I mean, again, it feels trappy a little bit. I won't lie. But I mean, for that low for a man who had 69 yards when they played in week 2, just I'll take that gamble that he can get to 36.5.
The Buffalo Bills allowing the most receiving yards to running back on the season. Good pick. Very good pick. Love it. I got a couple of Chicago Bears. You want to take a guess?
Bear Claw. DJ Moore over.
No.
Oh, Roshan Johnson, anytime touchdown.
Good pick, but no.
Oh.
Huge red zone threat now. Red zone threat now, Roshan.
That's right. Yeah. Khalil Herbert on the chopping block.
I hope so. Hey, get him somewhere where he can get some touches. That's great. That's great news. What took so long? Why now?
All these motherfuckers who were watching our best ball drafts, always saying Herbert's the guy. He's gonna be the Roshan, baby. Roshan.
I have no problem. I mean, it's not like Roshan was.
Jamie knew it. I knew it.
Please, Jamie took him in the first round of Scott.
He did that for charity. Damn it! Don't.
Still a good thing.
Don't squander his name.
Still.
Squanch. Go ahead.
You're a squanch. I'm boosting you up here with this love on this Achane pick. Just settle down.
Thank you.
Right, yes. Settle down.
So what bear claw do you got going on?
It's DeAndre Swift. You were 3 guesses and a miss. You want to guess the prop?
Receiving yards.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go. 16.5 receiving yards, even money. He's 5-2 to the number, but he's hit it in every single game that he's had at least 1 reception. The only 2 times he hasn't hit this, he had no targets and no receptions. That was the last game up against the Commanders. Whoa. And then, it's crazy. Oh, yeah.
Hail.
Commanders are so scared. Not even the best team in their own state.
Second in the NFC. Just saying.
That's cool. Cool. See what that defense does in the playoffs.
They might trade for somebody.
That would be smart if they did.
Newsom, come on down.
Again, Swift 5-2 to the over 16.5 receiving yards. The only times he's missed it is when he literally hasn't had a target in the game. The Cardinals have allowed the 3rd most receiving yards to running backs on the year. Great matchup. It's juicy. We can take turns, or I can just give you my next one if you want.
Oh, go ahead. I have 2 more. So yeah, go ahead.
Perfect. Caleb Williams over 223 passing yards, going back to the well, -114. Played terrible through the first 3 quarters last week up against a great matchup. I still blame myself, Waldron, the most. The play calling was just atrocious, super questionable. Andrew and everyone on the planet will be like, who did they just hand the ball off to on the 1-yard line? Just super suspect last week. And we could have done a lot more damage early on. I think the offense is going to come out right away, have a very good game script to get a lot of chunk plays on their first set of drives. Give me Caleb Williams over the 223. And again, Cardinals top 5 passing funnel, allowing the 5th most passing yards to quarterbacks. It's a great matchup, and it's a get right spot for Caleb indoors on the road. Love him to hit the over 223 this week.
I'm going back to your Colts versus the Minnesota Vikings. Give me Justin Jefferson over 84.5 receiving yards. Colts secondary is not
Turn
good.
it up.
Very not good. 84.5 on a man that just gets a billion targets. I mean, Jesus, they started out last game just throwing him the ball like every single time. I mean, why not? When you have the best receiver in the league on your team, go throw it to him, right?
He really does have the best hands, dude. He's just a vacuum. You know,
he's
those
so
hands,
good.
he just pulls everything, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, and so if he's getting his normal target share, 84.5 feels like a good number. I mean, I know it's high, right? Like 84 yards, like Jesus, that's high, right? Like, but for
Does
him,
he
it's
have
really
even
not.
money? Does he have even money or plus money to score a touchdown? Because I think I like your pick. I like the touchdown more for Jefferson.
Let's see.
And there's another Viking I also really, really love to score a touchdown this week.
JJ's currently set up minus 120 for a touchdown.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good still. Think it's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, shit, pair the two together or drop him down to like 60 plus yards or something and a touchdown. I mean,
You haven't
why
even
not?
heard my other touchdown pick.
Oh, okay. Well, I have one more in the same game, so let me get through it real quick. Sam Darnold over 1.5 passing touchdowns, minus 140. If you want to put that with Justin Jefferson at like 65 yards or whatever, plus Justin Jefferson touchdown, feel free.
We have to build a Sunday night card. We've got a lot of picks from this game. We've got to build a Sunday night card to close the show. We did a tight end card last week. We definitely got to do an SNF pick or card for ending the show for sure.
Yeah, let's do it
because we're loaded up here. That was the last of your props?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then great lead in to my first anytime touchdown pick of TJ Hawkinson plus 230. His first game back, he missed the holiday, He was out of town. He did an out-of-town Christmas. Now he's coming back to town. What's up?
No, nothing. I was going to say, didn't he play? But that's right. He was questionable to play. They thought he might, and then he didn't.
Who, Hawkinson last week?
Yeah.
He did not. No, he did not play last week. He missed the holiday. Yeah. Anyways, he had an out-of-town Christmas. He went to the beach for Christmas, came back. Now he gets to open his gifts. National tight end week a week later for TJ Hawkinson. Plus 230, big comeback, been very patient. They're gonna get him a couple of red zone targets. Give me TJ at the plus 230 and a nice way to kind of ease him in. Do you think they'd give him a full workload? I mean, I would feel like they would get him like into like scoring territory for a little bit more easy usage.
Yeah, I mean, probably not a full workload. He's probably not going to do a ton between the 20s. But I do think that you're right. I think you're on the right path of when they're going to use him. It's around the goal line. I mean, big body guy. He knows he has a nose for the end zone. And honestly, like the Josh Oliver touchdown would have been TJ Hawkinson last week. They designed that play to get the tight end open. I mean, why not Hawkinson, right? So yeah, I think you're on the right track there.
Yeah. So again, we got to build that Sunday night card. Looks like that game is going to be huge for us this week.
Yeah. Will they all hit? That's a tall.
We're on it though. I mean, it's a juicy matchup.
All right, my first one up, going back to the well as we have before, Brian Robinson. Now, he is currently listed as questionable, and I did see today he is actually questionable for the game with the hamstring injury, but he's been fighting through it. He's been playing, and again, when they want to use him, they use him around the goal line. He's taken up all that real estate as the back at the goal line. It's plus 115, so you're getting plus money on B-Rob to score. Again, I would put it in now because I think this number could come down when he actually does play. So I'd put it in now, and if he doesn't play, then it gets voided. No harm, no foul. But B-Rob knows for the end zone. They've been pounding it at the red zone and at the goal line. So why not B-Rob plus 115?
What are the odds for Jaden Daniels? KC steals one.
Let's see here. I believe B-Rob scored. Oh, no. That's right. He didn't score last time we get the Giants because they beat him with all field goals, but he almost did score. Hold on. Touchdown props. Oh, weird. They don't have any of the anytime touchdowns up for this game anymore. They have touchdown props, but no anytime touchdowns available right now. Do you see the same thing? I'm on FanDuel.
Let me take a look. Give me 1 second.
Interesting. Hold on. Let me swap over to DK to see if they have something on there for Daniels. But on FanDuel, I'm not. It's not pulling anything up other than the game specials.
I don't even see the Commanders listed. Yeah, I don't even see the game listed because I'm on just the anytime TDs tab.
Yeah, they don't have it up for that.
Yeah, they didn't
They
list it
do
there.
on DraftKings. On DraftKings, they have Jaden Daniels at plus 175. Oh, and on DraftKings, actually, it was plus money earlier. B-Rob's now at minus 105 on DraftKings.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I like the Daniels pick more.
Okay.
They get to the
You still
quarterback.
think that they want to do that though? I mean, with him still coming over that rib injury.
I think he might have to, man. I mean, Dexter Lawrence is, right up there at the top for sack leaders. You've got Brian Burns there. I think they're gonna get to him at some point. Red zone, no less, and they push him to the pylon.
Okay.
I mean, you got to make a play, right? I mean, unless he's just gonna throw it away right away. I don't think he's gonna do that. He's a young guy, man. And you're invincible at this age. Of course you're gonna play. Of course you're gonna run. They'll put some heat or cold packs on me when I'm on the sideline. Whatever. Percocet.
Whatever.
Molly Percocet. You hear his name out of my mouth every Friday. Chuba Hubbard plus 105. Saints are beat up. Going to be missing Marshawn Lattimore. I know Steve has Chris Olave in his anytime touchdown pick for the treasure chest this week. I like Chuba as well in this game. I think that he's going to have some opportunities here with Thielen out, or not coming back, I should say. Deontay Johnson leaving, still figuring out things with, Jalen Coker, Xavier Legette, Jatavian Sanders. Like it's kind of messy, and Chuba's just been that consistent pulse for the Panthers this season. I think that they can do enough to get in the red zone and get Chuba a few touches inside the 5, even if Jonathan Brooks plays. I just don't see him. He's not playing at all.
No.
Dude. It's week. We're going into week 9.
That's okay, man. All the money for best ball, you know where it's made.
All good, man. I almost at this point hope it does work out for people because just so many were overly invested at that ADP. The most expensive Panthers ADP in best ball this summer. It was crazy. It's just wild.
Mike Robb says, you say his name every Friday too. Doesn't mean there's some hard calls. Sometimes you got to ignore the chubby.
Nope. Not this week.
That's great. All right. You already said his name because Steve likes him. I like him too. Chris Olave plus 150. Derek Carr's buddy back in the lineup here with him. So the tandem back together. And Chris Olave, I mean, he's getting like 33% of the fucking targets. I mean, like, why not, right? This is a good volume play for a guy that's plus money to score a touchdown. Love the volume he's getting. I think they really want to get him into the end zone, get Chris Olave cooking, because if the Saints have a shot at coming back and trying to make a playoff run, they need Chris Olave firing on all cylinders. Why not go this week when they have a nice, juicy matchup and go get him that touchdown? Plus 150, co-sign with Steve.
Yeah, don't disagree at all. It's a great matchup, consistent matchup. Saints are beat up too. I mean, I feel like we should love Alvin Kamara, but the odds just aren't there. Minus 195 for an ATD.
Like Taysom Hill in this game, by the way, for a touchdown.
I like Taysom Hill every week. He's such a wild card, though. It's not.
He is
not safe enough. I've got DeAndre Hopkins plus 200. The Buccaneers tied for 5th most receiving yards allowed to receivers. Just getting warmed up with Kansas City here. I feel like there's going to be a couple opportunities to target him in the red zone, develop him as more of a scoring threat down low. They seem to get the ball up the field just fine. So I can definitely see Kareem Hunt and Hopkins being the main focus in the red zone going forward because Kelsey just hasn't been consistent enough for me. I want to get into DeAndre Hopkins week 2 with the Chiefs. A little bit more workload, more snaps, and hopefully a couple more end zone targets. Let's ride.
Yes, sir. Before I give my next one out, just want to remind everyone, if you have not already, join the Dub Club, the Fanspeak Dub Club, baby. That's props, touchdowns, parlays. They just hit another show one the other night for Thursday night. It was like 8-1, I think. You can find all that stuff over on Dub Club. Go to dubclub.win/r/megs08dfs. It is at the bottom. I believe you get a free week trial as well. So go in there, get your free week trial. Get some other picks from the other Fanspeak, network people here. Spread, Tyler, Meg, Steve. Go in there. help us out, join the Dub Club. Again, I mean, it's
Make yourself more money.
It's a free for a week. Why not go in there and see what everyone else is officially betting on there? Obviously, Bruni and I's official plays are in there as well. So please go over there, join the Dub Club, help us, help you win money. All right, my next one up, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that should always be negative and is almost even money to score a touchdown. This man has scored touchdowns in almost every single game. David Montgomery, ex-Bear, current Lion, scoring touchdowns left and right. I mean, when they get to the goal line, it's like, oh, yeah, they have David Montgomery in. Huh. Imagine that. Like, yeah, no shit. This dude's a bowling ball. He's going to get in the end zone. I mean, it's minus 105. I always expect this to be minus 150 or more. It's minus 105 this week. It's almost even money. Go bet that now before that changes. That will change to more. So go get it right now. David Montgomery, minus 105, anytime touchdown.
Can't argue with the math. Dude just scores touchdowns. Minus 105 or bad odds. I love it. Bad odds for books.
It's what he was put on earth to do, is score touchdowns. It's just like Dan Campbell's like, oh, yeah, we're in, yep, 5 yards. Yep, Dave Montgomery, get fuck in there.
Not for the Bears. Not for the Bears.
Not for the Bears.
Last one. Let's go back to Sunday Night Football, plus 200, Michael Pittman. I was vetoed. It was my first touchdown treasure chest pick. It was kicked out.
Got to keep it 1 and 4 o'clock games, brother.
It's kicked out. Don't be mad when it hits. And my James Cook one doesn't hit.
I did a bunch of the hurry up primetime paloozas on Underdog, and I actually took Michael Pittman in like 40% of my lineups.
Imagine that.
Again, I think that Joe Flacco is going to target him a bunch, him and Downs a lot, obviously, but yeah, I think that Pittman's just getting a little bit of disrespect right now with how Josh Downs has been doing. Think they're going to get him in the end zone, so I like that call.
It's a great matchup, and I love the odds at plus 200. Vikings are up there as well for receiving touchdowns allowed to the top receivers. So give it to me all day. Love it. And it's a great matchup. But again, we're going to get back to the
you said give it to you all day.
All day and night.
Get them.
Yeah, not just in the morning, but at the evening too. Yeah, love that matchup. We're going to build the Sunday Night Football card. Going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you're watching through to the end of the show. Do you have any more touchdown picks? That was my last card.
One more for your boy here, Mr. Brown. AJ Brown.
Sure.
Plus 120. Good matchup. They throw him the ball a lot. As long as they're not like on the 2-yard line, he has potential to get a touchdown. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, when they are on the goal line or on the 2-yard line, they give it to Jalen Hurts. So, yeah, plus money, 120. AJ Brown, it's a nice juicy matchup for him. To go down here and get a nice long. I think it's probably going to be 30 to 40 yard touchdown if I had to guess. He has that nice breakaway speed for a big guy, and he can definitely bully ball you if the ball's up in the air. So I like the potential for him to get a touchdown this week. Plus 120. Let it ride.
Over 5.5 catches or under for AJ Brown?
So here's a weird thing, right? Like I feel like he should get over, but the Hurts pass attempts is like 26.5. Like if for that to go over,
getting right at 5. He keeps finishing 5. He has one game with 6, and the game before that, he had 5.
Yeah, like I feel like it should be more than that. But when I look at what what they're saying the quarterback they think is going to do at 26.5, if that doesn't go over, it's going to be hard for Brown to get there, I think. So
right.
I would probably bet over, but
plus money.
It's a tough one, but I do think he still gets that touchdown. So plus 120. I like it.
All right. Fair enough. Let's get into the games then. We can start with our spread picks. Fire away. What do you got?
You already said it, and I have it written down. Falcons minus. I have it 3. You said 2.5. It is sitting at 3 right now on FanDuel. Again, shop around PSA.
Yeah, I am seeing it at 3 as well. Earlier, I got it at 2.5. Minus 2.5, not plus 2.5.
I hear you. But yeah, Falcons minus 3. I like that. Again, good matchup for them. They're at home. Cowboys suck. So this is pretty much just a fade Cowboys, and let's go Captain Kirk.
Seems like it should be an easy win. Also with you at the minus 3. I had them at minus 2.5, so definitely one of my picks this week. Dallas missing Parsons, going to be missing Trayvon Diggs. They're just beat and bothered. The vibes in the locker room are all bad. They're getting the bad media attention. Dak doesn't typically do well when that's the
Trayvon Diggs
case.
is telling reporters to report about these nuts.
No, they made up apparently. I saw that, but then
He
they
still
made
said
up.
it. I mean,
No, he said it, but then they made up about it. It's super weird, super corny stuff going on down there in Dallas. Yeah, Falcons -3, easy pick for me. Another one that I have here, Rams -1.5. I think with the Seahawks not having DK Metcalf in this one, it's just not going to be enough. Rams have looked a lot better with Matt Stafford there. Even if it's just Cooper Kupp and no Puka, I trust them a lot more. And most importantly, because of how well they run the ball and how poorly Seattle defends the run. One of the worst in the league. Expect Kyron to find the end zone. When his props come out, attack his numbers. I would be willing to ladder him up. I think it could be a very big week for Kyron, especially if Puka is out. I would be willing to take Kyron over 100, 110 this week if Puka's out. If not, maybe you're looking at like the 75 to 85 range. I think he's going to get a lot of usage, and also another good week to target him for multiple touchdowns as well. But give me the Rams -1.5. If you don't like that, -122 on the money line. Easy pick for me this week.
No, I have no complaints there. None at all. Next one up for me, Saints -7.5.
Interesting.
I mean, it's the Carolina Panthers, man. I mean, if you like the Panthers, you have some sort of issue with football. I mean, the Panthers can't cover spreads. Their defense is terrible. Their offense is not performing well. I don't see how they're going to cover this. And I know the Saints have been playing bad, but I think we're actually getting a better number because of that. Derek Carr's coming back. I mean, the Saints offense is going to be a lot better than we've seen as of recent. -7.5. I mean, I'll lay that all day against the Panthers. The Panthers are abysmal. I mean, they're getting blown out by everybody and their mother. So Saints -7.5. It's -104 right now, so almost even money. I would go get that now before that changes as well.
I would completely stay away from that.
Really?
It's not like you make all the right points about the Panthers. I just still think there's too much uncertainty with the Saints. I don't think that Olave's a home run for a touchdown this week. I'm a little bit concerned if Carr comes back and isn't 100%, because I felt like what we were getting was kind of a rush back. That was my opinion, and it doesn't feel like there's much to rush back to. I mean, do you know what's going on in the division there with them? Like who's is it a tight race now that the Bucks have lost a game or so? No, Atlanta 5-3, Tampa 4-4. Yeah, New Orleans 2-6. Like, I don't know what he's running back to really here. And I'm just doubting that he'll be 100% ready. And there could be like a shakeup of quarterback mid-game, kind of similar to my thoughts with Anthony Richardson last week. I didn't think it was going to because he was tapping out because he needed a break. I just figured like, hey, it's not going to be good enough. They're going to take him out. Or, oh, hey, he's going to get himself hurt making a dumb play again. Or he's going to go throw 3 interceptions, whatever. By the way, great call on the under 16.5 completions last week. 10 completions in back-to-back weeks. And people are throwing him a pity party? Come on, man. Like, I'm a little tired of that on the internet. That's been a little crazy, no?
I mean, yeah, like I get what people are saying that you're already giving up on him. I understand that. I mean, the first round pick for you, and yeah, and I think what people are trying to get at with that is that like you're already giving up on him. Like that's it. It's not a good way to find out if he's going to be your quarterback next year or not. But at the same time, it's like if they really think that they could make some sort of run to get into the playoffs, Anthony Richardson just right now doesn't give them that best shot. So I'm with you. But
they're in a better spot than New Orleans, and each of those quarterbacks have 2 wins. Flacco's 2-2 and Richardson's 2-2. But you look at the offense, you look at the stats and the results of those games and how you got to those wins, and you're like, well, Flacco needs to be our guy. And that was exactly my point last week. Didn't know it was going to be so soon with them being 4-4. Thought they might go to like 4-5, 4-6 before they made that decision. But me and the Colts were simpatico. Hopefully we're simpatico this week. We're big up on the Colts here. It's feeling pretty good. I'm liking it. What do you think about them in that game? I mean, I don't really want to touch that Saints-Carolina game. All your math says the Saints should win, but sometimes the math point or narrative, it blows up in our face. Hashtag DJ Moore last week. But what do you think about the Colts and the Vikings in that game? I don't have either of them selected for like a spread pick, but we're looking at 5.5. That seems funky.
Yeah. I mean,
For the
Vikings
game,
on the
I love the over 46.5. I love that total. Give me the over all day.
Yeah, I think the Vikings coming off a loss makes me want to take Vikings minus 5.5. I think that they're
And
going
they're
to
at
come out
home
firing, and they are at home.
because they weren't very good on the road when they went on the road. I think you're right there. But again, like I think that both teams can play well. We're expecting offense from the Colts, like we've already been discussing. We're expecting offense from the Vikings. I think that's a -3. I think the number's off a bit. That's why like the wonky number is just like saying, hey, like don't bet this. Very similar to last night. I wanted to bet the Texans. Game was too funky. I didn't. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm
I
good.
I joined Spread and Tyler's in the chat. I joined them, but I was watching their show the other day, and that was the first game up, and they were talking about that, and Spread was adamant about being on the Texans. He thought everyone was crazy. Tyler and I were both on the Jets. It said the reason you take the Jets is because the number looks wrong. Why are the Jets favored, right? Like
Right.
that makes no sense. That's why you jump on it, is because Vegas is trying to confuse you into taking the Texans. And fortunately, Spread fell trap. I think that was a rookie mistake by him, even though he's a veteran, right? Like he should have known. But
Anything far from, yeah.
yeah, and I did bet the Jets last night. I actually waited till they went down,
Okay.
down 7, and then it came as them plus 3.5. I
Yeah.
just hammered that. I mean, and
I honestly, I thought it was a weird game. I didn't even watch the
that
first
game
quarter.
sucked.
I didn't even watch the first quarter. I actually, what got my attention is you tweeted out that it was like the worst start to a game.
Oh, so bad.
And I saw that and I was just like, all right, so what's going on? And it was zeros, and I was like, all right, well, this was a good thing to not get involved with, I guess.
I felt so bad with a guy that I drafted a lot of in the big bowl, or early on in BBM and in some of the rookie drafts was Malachi Corley. Damn, dude. Just the whole just dropping the ball when you get to the why do these dudes do that? Like, hold it, especially it's your first touchdown in the National Football League. And I would hold on to that ball. You're keeping it. Why are you even dropping it? Period. Just wild to me. But
Your
that left
first
open.
NFL touchdown, you would definitely want to hold on to this. You
Yeah,
would definitely
I
not
mean,
let go of that.
what the fuck are you
Like,
doing?
what's that actor's name from the program when they're like, hey, you can't drop this ball anywhere? What's that actor's name? It's going to drive me crazy.
I don't know.
Mike Robb will know. Mike Robb will know.
I don't know.
Ginder would know. Ginder would know. The running back from the movie The Program. What's that actor's name? It's gonna drive me crazy.
He might know. But when I saw Corley do that, and I'm like, oh my god! Like I jumped on Twitter and I saw someone said, how far does Aaron Rodgers shove Malachi Corley into the shadow realm? And someone said the shadow realm would be nice. He's sending him to Siberia. It just made me laugh the way that they threw Siberia under the bus.
Unreal.
But yeah, I mean, like, how are you doing that? But that left a nice betting window open for people to go in and grab the Jets. Like, they should have scored and been tied. They didn't. You knew that something was coming. Like, it just gave you a nice live opportunity to go get them. But yeah, man, I mean, you're right. Like the number in this Colts Vikings game seems weird, but I still want to take the Vikings minus 5.5. I just think
I get that. Like I said, I love the total. So that's where I'm getting pulled to. I'm going to the right side. You take the spread all day. I think the Vikings probably do win, but the minus 245 in the money line, it's not good enough to put into a parlay. I'll tell you that. But I would be just fine taking the over into a parlay. Even the spread, I would bet that straight up. I really love that 46.5. And I feel like that number will climb as we eke into Sunday, into the afternoon. I think the public gets on that and bumps up the number. So definitely a total I'd be willing to bet on a Friday night. And you don't hear that from me very often. You said Siberia. I thought you would have said like Puerto Rico. They would have said like Puerto Rico. A lot more topical, douchebags. Detroit Lions by $1 billion. Minus 2.5.
So it's funny. I wrote that down. I wrote Lions minus 2.5. Then I put a question mark because, again, another one that to me doesn't make sense. Why is it only minus 2.5? The Packers may not even have Jordan Love.
What was the spread last week? He was a limited participant in practice.
Yeah, but he's not in yet. Like, it's
just, I know.
You think that this number is them saying Love is playing?
I think they are. I think that they know.
Then I would go get that now. What's the worst that can happen?
I said that on Wednesday show when we were talking about the Goff Laporta stack that we put together. Like, yeah, I love them. Minus 2.5 feels light. I would take them up to minus 10. Who is stopping that offense right now?
I don't know, but it feels trappy.
Not the Packers. They don't get to play the Chiefs next week, so not them. Like the Chiefs obviously gave them a fight early on in the year. I think they could do it again. You're looking at Super Bowl the next time you're going to see that potentially. I mean, right now the Lions should be the favorite to make it out of the NFC. It's psycho.
Yeah, I don't know. The line feels trappy to me. I still want to bet the -2. Like, I'm not taking the Packers side. This is either you take the Lions side or you let it go. It feels trappy. I'm
If
like,
you don't like that, then -144 on the money line. Still good
yeah,
odds.
yeah, that's
It's
true.
literally like you're looking at 0.24, -120 for the 2.5. Just take the money line. Just take it. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. No, I'm co-signing this but I did put a question mark beside it because I wanted to ask you, like,
What do you think about the -10?
I mean, yeah, why not? I don't know. Why not 8.5 or 8?
Sure, whatever.
Okay.
I mean, better odds? That's why. I mean,
Well, 10's a key number when you're moving lines. 10's a key number. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why not keep it under the key number instead of taking it to double digits? But I mean, I feel you. Like, honestly, man, if you're gonna take it to 10, they've been blowing teams out. Take it to fucking 14.
stop it. Stop it. They're only giving you the hook. So you got to take 9.5, or you got to take
There you go.
10.5, and then
What's 9.5?
The 9.5 is plus 450.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
That's where I would end it. Yeah.
Throw a little something on. Well, yeah, that's. I mean, if it was the even number, we'd get to 10. We're getting the 9.5, so we just take 9.5.
Yeah.
What other spreads do you like?
So I got Bills -5.5. I mean, the Bills are absolutely rolling, though. It looks like Cooper potentially not going to play. A game time decision for the old Coop.
Yeah, I saw that. Curtis Samuel also not looking good. That lends favor to our James Cook picks, though.
Definitely 100%. I mean, until Tua really shows me again that he's back and he's motoring along with the offense, like I can't fade the Buffalo Bills right now. They're at home. Tua normally doesn't do very well in Buffalo. I mean, it feels like a nice line. Again, though, it feels low, like 5.5. I would have thought this game would have been more of like a 7.5, 8 right there. I mean, I know it's interdivision and all that, but 5.5 just feels low. It is -120, so you're paying the juice a little bit. Again, go shop your lines. But yeah, Bills -5.5. I just can't fade them right now until they show me that they're going to, explode at some point. Or implode. I mean, I don't know how like you really get off of the Buffalo Bills right now. They're just firing on all cylinders. Their defense can be a little wishy-washy, but offense is rolling. I mean, Josh Allen just every week puts the backpack on, loads the team in, and fucking walks down the field. I mean, that's just what he does. And a 5.5, I'll take that
right now. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So I will take that 5.5.
The Dolphins would be 2-6 if they lose this game. Mike McDaniel gone Monday morning.
No.
Wow.
Nah, they give him a pass. Tua's out for how many games? Like, he's getting a pass. He's a player's coach too. Everyone loves him.
Could you imagine if the Patriots overtake them this week in the standings though, and they finish last in this division this year?
Yeah, I still don't feel like they get rid of him, dude. I really don't. He's a homie.
I get it. Hey, love the vibes he's putting out. Totally get it. Vibes don't win games though, so. It's pretty simple for me.
Go get that man a new quarterback.
Sure. They're not we've been talking about this in the Fanspeak chat. Just starting QBs aren't walking through that door anymore. We're going through a turnover period in the league. I mean, yeah, they're setting themselves up for a good draft pick next year if they have a first rounder. I don't know if they've traded one away. Yeah, not looking great. Maybe it is the QB. Whenever the QB's there, they've been pretty good, but when he's there or not, the team doesn't win up against teams with winning records, and that's what they get this week out of the Bills. So definitely fading the Dolphins. Co-sign that -5.5. Maybe take it down to -3 with something else. Yeah, I like that a little bit more. I think that feels safer for a division game, but I'm with you. I'm in stride. Let's do some dogs.
I got one. How many do you have?
2.
Okay, then you go first.
Daositos on the road against the Cardinals. That's the Bears, by the way, in Spanish. Learn that. Teaching my daughter Spanish. Plus 102, small dogs, small Bears on the road. For me, it's the defense. It's still a clear mismatch here. The Cardinals have been more exposed on the ground, in the air, and it's much, much tougher to score on the Bears defense. Everything given last week, kept scoring field goals, but the Bears defense was resilient until the very end. Literally, they were resilient until the end of the game when they allowed their first touchdown on a tip drill. Trust them to rebound this week. A lot of focus up in that locker room. Plus 102. I think this gets closer to a pick 'em or even odds. So get the juice while you still can. I think the public comes running to the window for Chicago this week.
Okay. I mean, no complaints there. I do think it's a bounce back spot for him, so I'm fine with that. I don't know if you've heard, but teams that play the Lions and then the following week just lose against the spread and outright. I mean, I know it's a hot topic right now, but the Pats, man. I mean, why not the Pats? The Titans blow, dude. They are not good. They are letting big plays up,
Their
small
defense
plays
finally
up.
looked good. I mean, their defense was looking good for what they are as a team, but
Was
not
looking
week.
good. Yeah.
Not last week.
No. Like
The
they're
Lions
just,
carried over some of the dead bodies from their secondary and just left them with the Titans.
it's looking bad for the Titans right now, man. And I mean, I'm no fan of the Patriots by any means. I don't think the Patriots are super good, but I'm following along with the trend, man. I mean, why not, right? Like the Patriots, you can get them at it's right now on FanDuel plus 158 for the Patriots. I mean, maybe the Titans hashtag tighten up this week, but they better hope so because guess what? It ain't looking very good for them right now. So I'll take the Pats plus 158.
I love that pick. I love the rationale. Also love the over 38.5. If we're going dog shopping and the dog is setting the tone of the game, then we're definitely taking the total. What's the read on Drake May? Is he good to go?
Not sure. Let me actually pop that in here and see what it says.
That would be important to know. If it's Drake May, it's a
He's
huge cosign.
still 6 hours ago. He's still in concussion protocol and is officially questionable for Sunday's game. So
let me propose it like this: if Jacoby is the starter, the line moves not in your favor. Do you take the more points or do you back off?
so you're saying like if it goes from like plus 3.5 to like plus 5?
Yes, or 7.
No, I mean just take the dog again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not going to buck the trend until the trend fails. You
Okay.
follow through. It's 100% right now. I mean, I know
I
eventually
just
probably,
think that the Titans are competent on defense. They don't have to play the Lions again this week. Awesome for them. And their offense looked good with Mason Rudolph. Smashed
yeah.
the 194, could have laddered it up all the way to 250, 260.
I mean, people said the same thing about the Vikings, though, right? Like, oh, Vikings lost to the Lions. Like, they're not losing to the Rams. Well, guess what? Lost to the Rams, right?
Sure,
Like, it's just,
sure.
I'll
But I
just
was
stick
on the
with
Rams in
trend.
that game. Yeah, so, I mean, I wasn't because of that narrative, but I was on the Rams in that game.
Yeah, I believe in the trend. I mean, I think the trend really works because the Lions play everybody tough and they absolutely knock you around.
Mhm.
That's gonna hurt, right? The following week,
The
and
trend
again,
didn't include a team getting 2-star receivers back. Like there's weird stuff obviously that happens.
yeah,
That game against the Vikings, yeah, that obviously those guys coming back help. If they don't come back, I don't see them winning that game.
yeah. I mean,
I'm with you. I'm just more scared to be with you if Jacoby's driving the bus.
yeah, I don't love it, but I mean, he's can be serviceable at times. You never know. I mean, it's again, like it's not that Titans are like a great team and we're taking the Pats
No,
like
they're not. But
900.
like I said, the defense has been very good. It's just that they played like the best offense in the league last week. Little different story going up against the Patriots, who, if Brissett is the quarterback, are ridden with ineffectiveness on offense. It's tough.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you. What else? I mean, I do kind of like, and I know you're all over them, but I do small bit think that it's an okay to put a few shekels on the Colts to win outright.
Yeah, I mean, you have a new factor of Joe Flacco coming in. That changes up things immensely of what the offense can be. We've already talked about that. So yeah, it's a game I'm staying away from because of that. I had my one other. My other dog was the Browns. Small dogs at home.
The Browns,
Look at
Jameis.
that image of me. My goodness.
wins ton.
Can't spell win without Winston. Can't spell
That's
Winston
right.
without win.
Yeah,
There it
can't
is.
spell win without Winston. That's right.
There it is. I love
Or no,
Jameis
can't spell Winston
Winston.
without win. That's right. Never mind. Yeah,
That's right. I love Jameis Winston reels on Instagram. They're my favorite.
dude, he's awesome.
They're the best.
I don't know how you can't like Jameis Winston. I mean,
there's something very wrong with you. Yeah, if you just don't like to laugh, you don't like to
what did he
smile.
say? He said in an interview,
Lots of great stuff.
You can't, or why shoot for the stars when people are already on the moon or something like that. He said like something about like, you got to shoot higher than the star. I don't know. The dude's just awesome. I mean,
You can't
eating
shoot,
W's, right?
You
Eating
can't
W's.
shoot for the sky if you're already on the moon.
Yeah, I don't know. He says some shit like that, but
The sky isn't
Jameis
the
is
limit
awesome.
if you're already on the moon. Yeah, he's amazing. If you're born near water,
He's so funny.
Dude's awesome. Yeah, Browns minus or plus 102. Sorry, at home against the Chargers, who've just been so on offense. Obviously, the Chargers defense has been amazing, but you're getting the new X factor of Jameis Winston that really changes up the offense. I'm going to stay away from the Njoku props, probably even the receivers, because I'm just not sure how they'll get it done. But yeah, I'm very excited about the Browns again this week. I think my favorite pick would probably just be going back to Cedric Tillman to score another touchdown, plus 300. They can line them up wherever and do whatever. Like, they don't have to abide by any positional rules. I think that they're really going to try to catch defenses off guard with how they're going to set up those guys, Elijah Moore, Jerry Jeudy, and Cedric Tillman, because it kind of brings in just that random factor that the Packers did last year. Like, you just don't know which guy it's going to be on one given play, let alone a given week.
Yep.
So give me Cedric Tillman to find the end zone. Give me a Browns win. Jameis, his yardage is up to about 245. I like that, but I'm not going to bet it. I think the Chargers have been respectable enough on defense where, Stefanski really just needs to get in his bag and have good play calling and beat him where he can, just live, right? And just kind of feel them out. I would like a first half under for this game. I think that we do get some, push from both sides to start a really feel them out process. And I think the second half implodes for more action, points, touchdowns, etc.
Yeah, and I kind of like Nick Chubb to score a touchdown this game. I feel like they might be able to actually get him into the end zone here. So just PSA, if you're looking to add something silly to parlay, Nick Chubb might find the end zone.
Yeah, Meg saying when he quoted Eminem in a post game interview,
yeah,
so good.
He's like, "There's a white boy from Detroit," and I was just like, "Jesus."
Named Eminem.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
No, we know who you're talking about. We know who
yeah.
you're talking about. No, amazing. What was the other one he did with the long rhyme on Hard Knocks? And Ryan Fitzgerald turns to him. He's like, it ran a little long. It ran over. Jameis is like, I loved it. He's like, I liked it. First half under in his amazing call. Getting that from Neo83. Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, I think that game, again, with the way the Chargers have been playing defense, Justin Herbert has been good in Cleveland before. Cleveland has treated him well in his visits there as far as production goes. But again, the Browns can clean themselves up on defense. They haven't been amazing in the air, but the Chargers offense is an amazing passing offense this year. You can really lock in on a Ladd McConkey type of player with a Denzel Ward. I don't think the return of G.J. Chark affects anything this week, but they're going to try their shots. I know Quentin Johnson could also be coming back too, but I think that the Browns are good enough to slow up the mediocre, the average Chargers offense.
Yeah. Anything else dog wise?
No, Bears and Browns.
All right, I'm adding us to the stage. Let's do this Sunday Night Football parlay. All right. So, what did you have in here that you want to add? I know you have like a fucking billion
I'll
picks
tell
here,
you everything that I have, and you can tell me what
How
you
about
like
no?
the most.
How about you just tell me which ones you like the most of yours?
Why you have to do that?
Well, you fucking.
I like the Taylor over the 11.5.
Okay, so you want to do Taylor over receiving yards. How many? What's his game log look like? How many targets is he getting normally? Do you know?
I'll tell you in 2 seconds.
I'm just curious. Like Jonathan Taylor game log.
I don't think it's going to matter because his quarterbacks have been.
So, let's see. He has through the games that he's played 0, 4, 2, 4, and 1 targets.
Season, yeah.
What? He has more than 2 catches. He has 2, 1, 3, and 1 catches, but he has 0, 4, 2, 4, and 1 for targets.
Okay, so he's hit this number in every start so far, the
He
receiving
has.
yard.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's undefeated
Um,
to the number. So
yeah, I'd say I want to make sure he's actually getting good targets, and he's getting enough to hit this number. So, all
well,
right,
again,
so
the opponents, and now that we're kind of like diving into it more, I can just pull up all the players that have hit it and who have missed it. Like Kyle Juszczyk hit this number, and Jordan Mason didn't. Mason hasn't been a PPR target. I think he gets 1 to 2 catches at most per game. So he's not someone that they really use that way. But they still had a running back hit the number. I believe Minnesota was the only game where a running back in the game didn't hit it. So you have Minnesota and then Jordan Mason in games where the RB1 didn't hit it. Every other game, the RB1 has hit this receiving yard total.
heard. Okay. What else do you got here? I'm also logging in. For some reason, I can't log in my
Flacco
fucking
over the
computer.
233, I would say is still probably better than the Pittman over 52.5. But again, the Pittman 52.5 feels like pure sex. I would climb him up to 100.
Jesus Christ. I was gonna say, like, do you want to just put Pittman in here for 40?
How about 85?
80? Are you
I'm just kidding.
fucking
I'm just
crazy?
kidding. Whatever you like, buddy. Whatever you
Oh,
like.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna put a bunch of stuff in here, I mean, 40 feels good for Pittman. Um, what else do you want to put in here?
What touchdown do you like? You started throwing in some picks. I just gave you 2.
Okay. I mean, I like JJ's over receiving, so we can put him in there for what is he at 80? What did I say? 84.5. Why don't we put him in there for 70? Get that -2 hundo. What touchdowns do we want to put in here? I mean, I like Justin Jefferson.
I like
Um,
Hawkinson and Pitt, so whatever you like most out of those 3. I would only put in 1 if we're being this cowardly anyways with these odds. I'm just saying. Like
this
I don't think we
coward.
push 2 touchdowns.
You don't know? No, you don't think so?
Not for the players. I mean, if you want to do like Flacco or Darnold, I'm good with either of those.
So you like Hawk, you said, and you like Pittman.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hawk.
Okay, now you're trying to get crazy with it.
Why Hawk and Pittman? What's wrong with that?
All right, fine. I don't know why we don't crank up the yards then. If we're gonna have 2 guys to score a touchdown, we might as well go after the yards too.
No, isn't that a reason to keep the yardage down because we're already going crazy with fucking touchdowns?
Isn't that a reason to only do 1 touchdown?
You
Mike Boldick in the chat wants Taylor for 2 TDs.
Taylor for 2. Oh, I see Mike's over on. Oh yeah, this is fucking dude. What are you doing on Twitter? Oh, that's right. I think he told us last time for some reason he couldn't get on the YouTube and chat with us for some reason. Meg, I don't know if you know why, but Mike, try to hop over to YouTube again and see if you can get in the chat with us. I don't know why you told us last time that it wasn't working for you, but so how do we want to play this? So you like Hawk Pittman, I like JJ.
Meg
Which one of
loves
those
Josh
2 do you
Allen.
like better? If you don't want to put
I
both
like
of them
Pittman more. He's gonna play more snaps.
Okay, all right. Well, you don't got to yell.
Good. Glad. This mic is
So
working.
far we're at 8-1 with these. I like Darnold to throw 2, which fits.
Yep.
Oh no, that's right. We have Pittman not. Yeah, I still like that though.
If we're gonna have Pitt or Darnold to score 2, I mean,
So let's see. That's 140. What is his alt? I always like to check this.
Flacco to get how many is plus money? Is that 1.5 or half?
146. All right, look. So I hope everyone looks at this. So Sam Darnold over 1.5 passing touchdowns -140. If you go to him 2+ passing touchdowns, it's -146. I know it's only a little bit of an odd, but still, I mean, get your best odds. Come on.
Don't lose the change.
What do you like for Flacco? What are you saying?
Nothing. It's fine. We're just gonna ride with Darnold. But if we're doing the Darnold for 2, don't we like Jefferson to just take his as well?
I mean, sure, but what if he doesn't throw it to JJ?
Okay. All right.
He said, "Okay, all right."
What if he doesn't throw it to Pittman?
Heard. I mean, how crazy you want to get here? Do you want to put JJ or JJ to score, Jonathan Taylor to score? I mean, we'll just have the fucking everybody scoring.
Again, if Darnold's gonna throw 2, I just don't see why he wouldn't get one to JJ.
Well, sure, but what if he gets one to Addison?
And who?
Hawkinson, and then we don't have that because we put in JJ.
All right, then leave JJ out. Let's see what else we like.
I mean, I like JJ, but I'm just saying, like, you wanna get like Aaron Jones in here a little bit,
Nah,
maybe like no, fuck
nah.
Aaron Jones. All right, neat.
No, me and Aaron Jones fuck. Just for
What do
this,
you
I kind of like where we're
what
at.
do
I
you
kind
like?
of
What do you like for the first half total here? 23 and a half.
mm, 23 and a half.
Do you like that at all?
I do like a 14-10 minimum. I think I can get down with that. But I like where we're at. What does that give us?
12-1 right now.
No, but if you add that, what does it give us?
Oh, it would give us 18-1.
I don't think that's
So
enough for even
only
money.
moves it up 6. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'd
think
like
we're
to get
gonna.
into the two hundos for that. It's kind of silly.
Yeah, I
TJ
mean,
Hawkinson for a first touchdown.
oh damn, you want to go fucking? I
We'll
mean,
just break
that'll
some
way
shit.
pump it up 146-1 if we put him in for the first
We'll just
touchdown.
break it. We'll just break it. No, I'm
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think I'm good there.
I mean, yeah, if we had JJ for a touchdown, it only takes us 16-1. So 12-1 right now with the Taylor over 11.5 receiving.
Josh Downs in there.
Yeah, I really wish I'm with you on the longest reception, but let's see if they have it yet. I don't think they put it in here
Probably
yet.
not.
No, they have his all. Oh, never mind. That's receptions. Alt receiving for Josh Downs. I mean, where are you trying to throw this at?
I mean, if we're saying he's going to be the guy, I would say 80.
I mean, he might be the guy. I don't know. I'm kind of with you on Pittman. I mean,
So
if we put him at 50, that gives us 20-1.
I'm good with that. That's fine.
So right now we have Jonathan Taylor over 11.5 receiving yards, Pittman 40 plus, JJ 70 plus, Pittman touchdown, Darnold over 1.5, Josh Downs 50 plus. I feel like we're kind of back ass correlating ourselves here a little bit because we're having a lot of this Colt stuff and not too much of the Vikings. I feel like we have to throw another Viking thing in here.
What do you think about Addison yards? He's been bitching.
Yeah, he has 3.5 receptions for plus money. Addison alt receptions 2. Damn, that's way down there. Never mind. Addison alt receiving.
Aaron Jones receiving.
They don't even have him. Oh yeah, they do right here. 22.5.
Yeah. I'm also good to just take off some Colts.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, we're gonna throw ourselves down the hole though, because we're at 20-1.
Well, you made the point, brother. So I'm just trying to.
I mean, yeah, I
get in your lane here.
I'm in your lane.
Maybe just Addison yards. He could get that with 2 catches.
39. Oops. So if we add him at 25, that takes us 29-1.
Okay. Meg says she likes Aaron Jones receiving too. I mean, I'm good with either of those. Jones yard or Addison yards, good with either.
What's he doing on the old
doing everything.
Here, I'm gonna look at his game log real quick. Aaron Jones. I just want to see his targets. So targets this year. Let's see. He's had 2, 6, 6, 5, 1, 3, 2. So 1, 3, and 2 the last 3 games.
What's he averaging per catch?
Let's see. He had 24, 23, and 37. So I mean, roughly like 27 yards.
I'm good.
Oh no. That's not it per catch, but that's what he's averaging per game.
Okay. Yeah, that's good enough for me.
That's good enough for you. You like that?
Yeah.
Hit him with 22?
1,000%. He's averaging, let's see, 10.32 yards per catch. He has, let's see, 22 catches through 7 games. So about 3 catches a game. It's about 30 receiving yards.
Okay. So right now we're at 59-1. We have Taylor over 11.5 receiving yards, Pittman 40 plus, JJ 70 plus, Pittman touchdown, Darnold over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Downs 50 plus. Addison 25 plus, and Aaron Jones 22.5 receiving.
Yeah, love it.
Love it. Like
Can we
it,
add
love
a
it.
can we add a boost?
Hold on. If we take if I take Sam Darnold out of there, I just want to see 42. Okay, I actually like that better because we don't really have it in there like he's gonna throw to. So I'd rather take that out. So still 42 to 1. No, I did just look. There's no Sunday Night Football boost yet. Do you want me to wait to put this in until that boost comes out? Because they typically give us a 30%er.
Yeah, but we're
that,
gonna get different lines. Just just do it now. It's fine.
just do it now. I mean, okay.
We're gonna get different lines. It's gonna mess it all up. It's not gonna be the same as what we just talked about to everybody.
It's true. Truth. Okay. All right. Well, if I see it come out too, maybe I'll rebet it with a 30% boost too.
Okay. Or you can bet it now, and I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, that's true too.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's probably what we'll do. If you want to do
put that in here because I
want to
log
do
it on
5
my
or 10
phone.
now, I'll do the same for when the boost drops.
Yeah. I'll put it in on my phone here because for some reason it fucking never lets me log in on my computer. So stupid.
Right. And don't worry, I'll add the Sam Darnold one back into mine. Don't worry.
Okay. Let's do it.
Awesome. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you for participating this evening, for dropping by. Love all the support, all the help we can get. Smash the like button on your way out the door. Share the Fanspeak network with your friends.
We are currently at 398 subs. We are 102 away from giving away the final cocktail playbook. We already sent one over to Mike Robb. Pretty sure Mike Robb's probably been making himself some nice drinks from the cocktail playbook. But once we get to 500, second one gets out there. So we are 2 away from the 100 more countdown. Help us get there. Tell your friends, tell your family, take your brother or sister's phone, your friend's phone, hop on their YouTube, join in, tell them, hey, I got a way to get you free money, by the way, if you, just want to join in on Friday nights. Just let them know. Let them know. We appreciate you.
No, absolutely love it. Again, you're going to make a lot of friends, just giving them out free money, giving them out the fun coupons, all the cash that we're making over here. So do it. And again, we talked about it last week, like the priority that you become in someone's life.
Oh, breaking news. $500 giveaway for 500 subs too. What?
Let's go.
Let's go. Get these people signed up so we can help you potentially win your share of $500. Oh, 500. Imagine winning some of the share of $500 and the cocktail playbook. What a way to start your weekend. Let's go.
That's a lot of cocktails. Absolutely love it. Let's ride. Let's all have a good week 9. Write down the picks, share them with your friends, share the link, like the video, share the video, follow the channel. We appreciate you guys. Take care. Be well, be good. If you can't be good at it. We'll see you.